this doesn't make your hard. Everybody thinks that their 2011 is the best 2011 until they see this list. Today, through the process of elimination, we're going to find out who makes the top 5 2011s that are going to make you want to sell your house, car, maybe even your dog. Some of these guns are absolutely overhyped. Some of them are very much worth the hype, but the one at the top is really going to surprise you, so stick around. So I just did a review on this one. First up, I know a lot of you guys absolutely love this, and I do like the company. I think they got a bright future ahead of them. But so far, this is the Fusion XP Pro. It was a decent gun. It's got a decent trigger. It's only $1,400, but the grip is so fucking uncomfortable. It's not gonna make this list. Now, do I think this is a bad gun? Absolutely not. Fairly good for the price you're paying for it. If they get this grip figured out, it's gonna be fucking awesome because it is one of the 2011s that does take a Glock magazine. Love the company. Bright future ahead of them. But in comparison to the other ones on this table, it's got to get eliminated. Number 2 that's going to get eliminated is the Alpha Foxtrot. This is the S15 that also takes a Glock magazine. This takes a Glock 42, 43 magazine, 48 magazine, whatever you want to call it. Solid little gun, but in my mind, it doesn't scream 2011. It's just cool double stack, 1911. So we're not going to categorize that in this. I just know that this is a fairly popular option. I didn't want to leave you guys out that are going to want to see this on the list. So that one's out. The Kimber KDS9, although a very high rating on the 60-second peer review list, I freaking love this gun. It shoots phenomenally, but proprietary magazines and it's just different grip angle. It's just not really a 2011. So for that, it's got to get off this list. This one's really going to piss some people off. The Springfield Prodigy. I know that you can sink a lot of money into these things and make them a really good option, considering you can have these for $1,200 to $1,400. It is a decent option. It's really not a bad gun. I feel like if you get a decent trigger put in the comp mile, it is a viable option and it would be further up on this list, but this is just the normal one. I had quite a few issues with it and it doesn't do it for me. If I put a red dirt trigger in this, it's a decent gun. They're just better ones for the money. We're getting to some heavy hitters and it's getting a little bit harder. So obviously this is not all of the 2011s I've ever shot. I'm gonna be talking about some 2011s that I don't have sitting here on the table, but I do have the top 5. There is some honorable mentions, some really good 2011s that we will talk about later on in the video, but process of elimination, we're gonna get rid of a few. So next up is the Girsan Match X. I know, I had a lot of good things to say about this for $1,000, basically an XC at home. This is a really solid gun. And I think that sub $1,500 is the best option on the market right now. And I fully mean that, I agree with that. This one did have some issues. So, stock model is out. Next up, this is painful for me, but I gotta do this for the audience. I gotta try to set my biases aside and find you guys the best 2011. If you're only trying to budget for a single 2011, I gotta try to find you the best option. So, unfortunately, my favorite carry gun and one of my favorite guns to shoot, the Bull Armory UL Comp, because it is a 3.5 and it's not an overall. If you're only gonna have one, this isn't the best option. So unfortunately, painful as it is, this is out. Same story with a Bull Armory comped version of the same thing. Also, incredible firearm. And if you're just looking for one to carry, go with one of these two. Video's over for you. But if you're looking for the best overall pick, hold tight. Next one that's gonna go out is the Apollo 11. Although I absolutely love this thing, also got a really high rating. It is a very slick 2011 and I enjoyed shooting this thing. It was very impressive for the amount of money you gotta give for this. It's around $1,000 and this thing shot way above its price point. I fucking love these things. I'm just gonna try to move this along. So if you guys want a further explanation, just leave it down in the comments. I'll be happy to have a conversation with you down there. But there's just a couple shortcomings with this in comparison to other guns. Again, just like the other ones, that doesn't mean that this is a bad option. It's just not top 5. Now, before we go any further, we need to thank today's sponsor. We the People Holsters. As you guys know, We the People has sponsored this channel for quite some time now, and we appreciate the hell out of them. We the People is an all-American made Kydex holster company. They make a little bit of everything. Your EDC belts, your competition belts, inner belts, outer belts. They got a little bit of everything for holsters too. They got these level 3s. They got your competition holsters, your EDC holsters. They have bacon jerky, merch, mag pouches. If you guys are in need to, retain your firearm with a decent holster, give them guys some love and make sure you use code PewView25. So the next one that's gonna go out is also one of my favorites, the Staccato CS, just because, you know, same concept with the Ball Armory stuff. This isn't the best for an all-around, only have one 2011. Love this thing, shoots phenomenally, awesome carry option, and of course we got some custom work done to it, making it even better. But this one's gotta go. Oh, this one's really gonna suck, dude. Okay, Stealth Arms Platypus, just because it's more of a double stack 1911. It takes a Glock magazine. I'm not really gonna categorize it as 2011. If we were doing an absolute free-for-all, these can take whatever magazines they wanted. This would be very high up on the list. This is one of my favorite guns to shoot. It's ported, it's comped. Shout out to Impact Machine. He made this thing even better than it was from the factory. Pretty f***ing good. You got that low SRO, you got a crisp trigger, and I like this grip better than I like most 2011 grips. It's a little bit slimmer. It's a really easy fucking gun to shoot. And I will say that if you're not stuck on a traditional 2011 and you're a little bit more budget minded, go with this one. This is a phenomenal option. You could buy this thing and be completely satisfied and never have that itch to go spend $8,000 on a 2011. This is perfectly fine, top of the list for most people, so shout out Stealth Arms. Phenomenal gun. This was one of my 10 out of 10s. Oh, you poor thing. I'm so sorry. So that being said, just because I didn't really categorize that as a 2011, next to go is the SIG 211. Absolutely love this gun. And again, same story as the Platypus. I may like this grip slightly better than I like 2011 grips. This is a fantastic gun, but don't really categorize it as a 2011. It's more of a hammer-fired 320. But also everything's a little bit different. Like normal 2011s don't have ambi slide releases and 320 magazines and this wide of a grip. So for that, we're gonna just take it off of the 2011 grip. Now, if this was a top 5 hammer-fired pistol, both of those guns would have been pretty damn high up on the list. But we're doing a top 5 2011, it's gotta go. All right, next to go, another one of my favorites. We just did a video on this, the Ball Armory Blaze, just because, again, if you're gonna have one, you want the pick rail, you want the ports, you want the comps, you know, just awesome trigger, awesome flat shooting gun. If you guys are gonna run competition, the Blaze is a phenomenal option, but there's a better one sitting on the table. It's gotta go. This next one hurts my ego a little bit, for being honest. Don't like this, but I gotta do it just because I have a lot of biases over this, and I don't want this video to be just my opinion. I want to try to take the best possible outcome and present you guys with the top 5, if that made any sense. So obviously you guys know I did the PewView edition Apache. I fucking love this thing. Naturally, I'm the one that made it. The comp, the trigger, the grip, the slide serrations, everything is perfect for me. That doesn't mean it's going to be perfect for you. Although, of course, I would like to put this at number 1. I'm going to set my biases aside and I'm going to knock out the PewView edition Apache, which by default, of course, knocks out the regular edition Apache because the only thing different from my version and this version is the slide serrations. Same gun. They're also phenomenal guns. I absolutely love the Apaches. But the guy that made the gun can't say that's the best. So even though, like, you behind the camera over there put this in your top 5, awesome, I appreciate that. I can't do that, right? Because then it looks like I'm a fucking jackass. Next one I'm gonna knock out is the Pro Edition Kimber. I fucking love these things, but no comp. It's a little bit shorter. It's a decent, well-rounded option. I like these things. But if we're only gonna pick 5 of these, I want a compensator or I want ports. So for that, this is out, which by default, the, you know, regular Kimbers also gotta go, no ports. Again, phenomenal guns. Both of these were rated a 9.2 in the 60-second peer review, so awesome guns. There's just better options. This Staccato P has got to go. I love it, but for the money, there's a lot better options out there. Now this one, just imagine this is fully stocked because in its current configuration, obviously I got ports, I got a better trigger, I got a better grip. This is much better than a stock Staccato P, but not a lot of people are taking their Staccato Ps and doing what I did to it because it was damn near as much as the gun was in the first place. So pretend this is stock and a stock P is out. Oh, we're getting to the heavy shit, man. All right, we're down to the final 9. So let's talk about this company for a minute. Jacob Gray. It's a fairly new company. They hit the market in SHOT Show last year and just absolutely took over. I love this thing. It is a very good gun, awesome trigger, awesome reset, and he's got some awesome stuff planned for the future. Like this is a, it's got the V ports in it. Awesome gun. I absolutely love this thing, but with the shorter barrel, we're gonna have to knock it off the list. But like I said, look out for Jacob Gray. These guys are up and coming. They're doing some awesome fucking stuff, and I can't wait to get their new products on the channel. Love these guys. Congratulations to making it to number 9. Now we get down to the man. This is where it gets really hard for me. The Phoenix Trinity. Phoenix Trinity makes phenomenal guns. Twista has a gold one, and every time I meet up with Twista everywhere, I beg him to bring the gold gun. I love that thing. It shoots phenomenally. I probably have just as many rounds through that thing as he does. This is just an incredibly shootable gun. It is very high up on this list and one of my favorites. This one specifically is one of the Desert Pros 101,000 that T Gunvolt did. These things are absolutely beautiful and I love it, but realistically I just haven't had a lot of time with this one yet. The reason this one's coming off the list is just personal preference, and it just comes down to the safety. I like slim safeties because I run a high left hand that is right in my palm, and that sucks balls when you're trying to shoot fast. So legitimately, for no other reason than I like slim safeties, this one's out. But also shout out to T Gunvolt. Man, that guy can make a firearm. This is one of the sexiest guns sitting out on this table. I love this thing. And also this one was done up by T Gunvolt. Just the details and everything he does. If you guys are looking for a decked out custom 2011, please go check this guy out. He's amazing. All right, so the next one gets a little interesting. This is the Dark Forge. Now I know you're thinking, I've never heard of that. I won't get into details, but this company has been around for a while, making firearms for other people that you are very familiar with. This right here is this month's gun. We are giving you guys an opportunity to make this your own. If you're interested in entering that, every single month we team up with veteran-owned company Them to give you guys an opportunity to get a super rare firearm, a very expensive firearm, and get it for just your support. All you got to do is go down and link the description, pick yourself up a collectible. Half of that goes to this channel, so we're able to afford stuff like this brand new Phantom camera we got. That is on the channel, making this content a little bit better because of you guys and your support you give to this channel by entering these. So we appreciate you guys. If you have any recommendations for future giveaways, leave that down in the comments below. All right, side quest. Since this right here, Dark Forge Reaper, is going to one of you guys, we gotta do a sweet montage because I've never shot this thing, and I guarantee I'll never have another opportunity to shoot it. One of you guys is gonna be very lucky because these are extremely hard to get and they're $7,500. So shout out to Them for giving us the opportunity to give you guys a chance to make this your own. Yep. I lied, you guys can have the Match X. But for no other reason than simply I didn't want to make this seem like it's better than it is just because I'm, you know, doing a thing with it. This is out. Coming in at number 5 for our top 5 2011, surprisingly, is the fucking Gerson Match X. Right? Funny. But like I said, we threw this one, the stock version, out fairly early on in this. This isn't the greatest. But if you guys missed this full video we did on that, go hit this link right here, watch that, and then come on back. But this right here is a Gerson Witness Match X, but it's been decked out by Monsoon Tactical. Got a different grip, a different trigger. We added some ports, and it made this an entirely different firearm. Like, this shoots as good, if not better, than the majority of shit sitting here. And that surprises me, and the fact that we could accomplish that for under $1,600 impresses me enough that this moved up to top 5. I know you're thinking, crazy considering the stuff could have been in its place. It seems crazy, and I feel stupid saying it, but it is what it is. For the money, this bat's so far above its price range, it's not even funny. Like, obviously you guys will see in the slow motion footage, this compared to every other gun sitting on this table, it's extremely flat, it's fast, it's accurate, and to be honest, I don't like Turkey guns. Most of them suck balls. I've had issues with almost every firearm from Turkey, unfortunately, because they have some decently priced firearms, but I run into a lot of issues. You send that off to a person that knows 2011s and can polish everything up and make this thing slick as shit, you get this for $1,600 bucks. $8,000, $8,000, $1,600 bucks. That's why it made the list. Like, so let's go shoot this thing a little bit and then we'll come back, give you number 4. All right, we got the Gerson Match X. Now this thing is incredibly flat, like stupid. That's a $1,600 gun. That blows my mind every time I shoot this thing. That's why it is in top 5. That's incredible. Now, the injection pattern is sporadic as fuck. It goes all over hell. Sometimes we get some jams because the brass gets stuck under the SRO. So for the video, we had to go to an RMR to get a little more reliability out of it. But since it has been broke in, it does do a little bit better. Now, reliability is super important, but let's face it, you want reliability in like a carry gun or a combat style gun. This ain't it. 2011s usually aren't it in the first place. It's more of a range toy, and if it's not a range toy, it's probably gonna be your competition pistol. And for competition, you want reliability. That's why this is going at number 5. So number 4 on this list is also probably gonna surprise some people, but it's gonna be the Bull Armory ProTac 5-inch. This is a ported 2011. And I have shot the absolute piss out of this thing. I've owned it for over a year now. My X300 is broke as shit, so we'll just go ahead and get rid of that. But yeah, it's just a phenomenal gun. I think Bull does really, really good firearms for a really reasonable price. The fact that this is only $2,500 and I can get the same split times, the same recoil management, the same fit and feel as a Staccato XC for half the price is amazing to me and why it made this list. I think if you guys have a budget around $2,500, this is absolutely your best option. And I know a lot of people, every time I've done one of these videos, they want to see this compared because it's the same exact pricing. That's hard. It's really hard, honestly. I think just because it's got the track record, just because I've ran damn near 20,000 rounds through this, I'm gonna go with the Bull Armory. This isn't bad. Again, it's just not really a 2011 in my mind. So if you got 2,500 bucks, fuck, I don't know, go out to the range and shoot both of them, decide for yourself. But personal opinion, this. All right, now we got the Bull Armory TAC Pro 5-inch ported 2011. It's reliable, it's fast, it's flat, it's accurate, and it's only $2,500. Amazing gun. Fit, feel, the accuracy, the quickness. It is a very good gun, but it's going to number 4 because the proprietary magazines. It does not take regular 2011 magazines. These do, however, fit more ammunition in them, and they are slightly cheaper. So whether that's a pro or a con, I don't know, but I have more 2011s than I do Bulls, so for that, it's going number 4 on the list. Coming in at number 3 is, it's one of my favorites. It's one of the most well-rounded 2011s on the market today. Like, where it's not a 10 out of 10, it's a 9 out of 10. And it's got a lot of 9s across the board, making it one of the most well-rounded. And that is the Staccato XC. About $4,500. These things are extremely flat shooting because of this compensator up here. And we owe a lot to the XC. If it wasn't for the XC, you probably wouldn't see a lot of these compensated 2011s because this did so well in the market. It forced everybody else to do exactly what we wanted them to do. A good trigger and a fucking compensator. Awesome gun, well-rounded as I think if you're gonna get one in $4,500 your budget and you don't want to go up to the $6,000-$7,000 range, this is the best option on the market. All right, probably one of the most familiar ones on this list is the Staccato XC. Most people, if a 2011 pops in your mind, you're probably thinking about this one right now, and this is kind of like the pinnacle of a compensated 2011. This is very well-rounded, can do a little bit of everything. It's super reliable. Staccato just makes really good guns. So this is number 3. Now we get to number 2. And number 2 makes me want to cry a little bit because although it is one of my favorite guns of all time and something that I could shoot non-stop every day of my life and be perfectly happy with one of these guns, it's gotta go the Terran Tactical Sand Viper.
How'd you get this?
It's flat, it's fast, it's accurate. I love the SRO mount. This is my favorite mounting system on any 2011. It sits lower than anything else sitting on this table right now. The trigger is phenomenal. The grip is amazing. And shout out to Taryn, he even put my name on this one. I fucking love this. The Sand Viper, the Pit Viper, Taryn makes phenomenal guns. I love the craftsmanship that goes behind these. I think this is the best looking firearm sitting out here right now. The only thing that sets these two firearms apart is the trigger. Now this is gonna throw you off a little bit because this is a lighter trigger. This is breaking right around 1.5 pounds and this is breaking right around 3.5 pounds. But if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that I prefer a positive reset on a trigger. I would take a 4-pound trigger with a positive reset over a 1-pound trigger, just because it allows me to get them 10 splits that I desire in a 2011. I wanna go as fast as possible, and a forcible reset will do that for me. So although this is a better braking trigger, coming in right around 1.5 pounds, the reset doesn't shove my finger forward enough for me. And reason number 2, one of the flattest shooting guns out here, and probably the second flattest shooting gun out here. The compensator is absolutely phenomenal, but I don't know what in the Nighthawk does to these things. These are the softest shooting guns you will ever see in your life. So although this compensator is absolutely amazing, like I stated, there's just some weird black magic going on with the fucking Nighthawks over here. I don't know what they do. They're just so well balanced. It's just the high speed footage is gonna show you what I mean. Taryn Tactical Sand Viper. My goodness. Fantastic. The Nighthawk Firehawk. Something about the Nighthawk pistols. I don't know how or what. It doesn't make any sense, because theoretically this should be a better shooting firearm, but it's not. None of them are. You shoot a Nighthawk, it'll ruin your experience with every other pistol ever made. It's better than everything sitting on this table, and it doesn't make any sense to me. It's not the most expensive 2011 I've had. I've shot all of the Atlases. I put thousands of rounds through Atlas pistols, and they didn't make this list. I think that is a very overhyped pistol. They are very good. In my personal opinion, this shoots better than any other Atlas that I've ever shot, and it's half the price. I'm not gonna sit here and bash on Atlas, because I do like their guns. I think the craftsmanship is amazing. I think they put a lot of time and effort, and we owe Atlas a lot. We wouldn't have the guns and the gun components we would have today without that company. Atlas is a very, very important gun company in the firearms community, and we absolutely love them. I just think they are overhyped a little bit for the pistol you get, if that makes any sense. I think they're very good pistols, but I think they're a little bit overpriced for how they shoot. I just have never shot one that feels like this or even this. I've shot all of the Infinity stuff, the MPAs, the fucking Phoenix Trinities. None of them were like good enough for me to want to go drop the $10,000 on them. Because although this is about $7,500, it is better than anything I have ever put in my hand, and I mean that with every bone in my body. As hard as that is for me to say, because I have like an emotional connection to this, if that makes any sense. I am a fanboy of John Wick, and this is the best looking firearm ever made, in my opinion. I let my wife shoot this, and now she doesn't ever want to shoot anything else. And when she does shoot something, even if it's a 10 out of 10 striker fire gun, she fucking hates it because she fucked up and shot this. If you ever want to like another gun in your life, do not shoot a Nighthawk. Thanks for watching. If you want to see all of this uncensored, head on over to Pepperbox, link down in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.